Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a 2017 SIHH launch from Jaeger-LeCoultre. This is the JLC Reverso Tribute Moon, a dual-time date moon phase stainless steel Reverso full-sized on my 16cm circumference wrist. You can see the watch is approaching the limits of practicality. I wouldn't recommend this watch for a wrist smaller than 16 centimeters circumference because it's rather broad at 49.2 millimeters lug to lug, and it does wear like a far larger watch than its 9:3 measurement of 30 millimeters would suggest. So across the wrist, 49.2 millimeters. From 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 30 millimeters. In terms of thickness, well, surprise, it's not a thick watch at all. At 10.8 millimeters thick, it will easily slide underneath a dress cuff or a tight shirt sleeve. The spacing between the lugs is a contemporary 22 millimeters, and that would be the size of the accessory strap if you wished to accessorize. You can see that the lug shape of the Reverso has not changed, but what has since 2016 and the 85th anniversary of the model is the caseback shape, which makes it a bit more agreeable on a smaller wrist. You can see there's a bit of camber with the lugs actually curving the case back down and around. That said, the strap also contributes to wearability. Normally a Reverso of this size, I would recommend a 17 centimeter or 18 centimeter circumference wrist, but I can wear it at 16 centimeters because there's no constraint on the movement of the strap. JLC realizing recently that you need to allow a little bit more room for the strap to move in order to pull down and around a small wrist. Previously, Reversos would flare out violently and fight you, and they simply weren't suitable if you were borderline sized. Now, the watch itself is equipped with a navy blue matte finish, large rectangular scale, monotone stitch, folded edge strap of considerable thickness, which is why it's a good thing that you can pull it down on the hinge because it wouldn't bend easily. The buckle is of stainless steel. It's double deployant. You can see internally there's a way to remove. You can see the letters push here right on the clasp. You do push that surface and it allows you to remove the buckle without a tool. That's important because the watch also features pull tab spring bars, so you can remove the strap without a tool. So you can take the strap off the watch and then you can take the buckle off the strap, and that's just smart by JLC. No need to risk your skills with the strap tool here. The caseback is both curved and satin finished, and you can see that curvature and the movement of the lugs down and around your wrist. The case band, familiar for JLC fans. The lugs are conical in profile and rounded, barrel-shaped on their flank. The case itself is rounded and wraps around down to its underlying chassis, and this is an element of the Reverso that's often not seen when you view the soldier shots online, where the watch appears to be almost perfectly rectangular and rectilinear. The watch does have quite a few curves. It's a junction of curves and lines, and nowhere are the curves and the lines in greater tension than on the dial, first flanked by the horizontal guidron as well as the railroad style minutes track outboard. Get a little bit closer and you can see that there's a crescent style moon phase with a sunken circular radial date down at 6 o'clock, so a little bit different. You have a rectangular watch and a rectangular dial, and then you have these double circles, one inside the other. Now you do have two pusher adjusters. The one that's on the left hand side adjusts the moon phase, and the one that's on the right hand side adjusts the date. JLC does granular dials better than anyone in the industry these days across many different model lines and models, and this watch is no exception. The blue accents are delicious on top of the light off-white dial with its granular, almost pebbly, concrete-like surfacing. And you'll even note that the printing for the railroad track minutes outboard is also blue. Now flip everything over and you can see that on the reverse side there is a second time zone. Now this second time zone features a day-night indicator, so you know whether you're looking at day-night, and then there is a sunken sub-register, I should say, for the hours and the minutes, with applique polished dart style indices, a railroad track within, and then a sort of clou de Paris hobnail outboard. All of this over a chassis that from 2016 onward has featured, rather than the traditional engine-turned perlage, a sunray motif, which is quite handsome. There's also a trigger on top of the case. Contrary to previous Reverso Duo models and dual-time Reversos in general, now you don't need a pusher adjuster or an outcropping switch on the case flank to make the adjustments. You simply toggle the adjustment mechanism at the head of the case, and then when you're done, you push it right back in, and you have a perfectly symmetrical case and no need to use a tool or a pen tip to adjust that secondary time zone. Underneath this dial is a JLC manufactured caliber 853 manual wind 42-hour power reserve. It is a shaped movement that is properly shaped for a rectangular case. It features a free-sprung architecture for shock resistance, and it does go through the master 1000 hours control, so it's been tested for winding efficiency. As you wind it up, the power reserve has been tested. It has been tested for chronometry, and the whole watch has been tested for water resistance over an extended period. It beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It has the dual time functionality, and it pivots on 19 joules. A lovely watch for a full-sized wrist. This is a contemporary Reverso with lovely vintage-inspired cues and an air of premium refinement, character, and historic authenticity about it. See it and make it yours on the watch box.